serious doodah. Week 6 of the Intermediate B CBAI Play and Discuss, and as always, we're starting with board 1. Any questions on board 1? It's an interesting one. Did we all open the north hand?
Yeah.
No.
I would. Even though I've only 11 high card points, why would I open the north hand?
Rule of 20.
It fulfills the rule of 20. If you're not sure whether to open, the rule of 20 is a good guideline. The rule of 20 states you add the number of cards in your 2 longest suits, 5 in diamonds, 4 in spades, to the number of high card points you have. 9 and 11 is
20.
Therefore, it's good enough to open the bidding. That makes sense.
On a previous lesson, you said if your first bid is one of diamonds, your rebid is 2 spades.
1 spade, I said.
Oh, 1 spade. All right.
Yeah, you wouldn't rebid 2 spades with only 11 points. But if the bidding went 1 diamond, let's say, now we're not saying it will go like this. East is probably going to bid, but let's say the bidding goes 1 diamond, pass, 1 heart, then you can rebid
1 spade.
Okay, but if the bidding goes 1 diamond and they bid or your partner bids at the 2 level, I'm not saying they will, they won't, but if they bid, pass. Now you can't bid 2 spades because that's a reverse. Now you have to rebid
Diamonds, yeah.
showing an unbalanced minimum hand. Does that make
Thomas,
sense?
what's the bidding on this hand?
Well, I would think it's going to go 1 diamond, and I think East is going to overcall.
Yeah, 2 clubs.
I mean, I absolutely, I think. Now, what's South going to do over 2 clubs? It's hard, isn't it?
2 hearts, maybe?
No, that promises 5 hearts.
Okay, so I'm wrong.
I double to negative double.
But negative double should generally show both majors, shouldn't it? What did your partner do over the negative double?
Rebid 2 diamond.
Well, they should bid spades because you should have the majors, shouldn't you?
So 2 no trump.
Okay, I like 2 no trump. I think 2 no trump's an excellent bid on this hand. Now, the downside of 2 no trump is we haven't got across, we have 4 hearts, have we? But 2 no trump gets across the value of the hand, 11 or 12, gets across that we have a stopper in
Clubs.
And what might happen over 2 no trump is your partner might continue to bid. And now you end up in
Spades.
3 no trump.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, did you make 3 no trump?
Somebody made it, yes.
Yeah, well, if they lead a spade, you have a chance because you've got 4 spade tricks. A heart is 5, 2 clubs is 6, and a diamond is 7. But you don't really have the values for it, do you?
No.
So what I'd like to happen over 2 no trump is I'd like north to
Pass.
yeah, because they've only got 11 points. But I can understand if you didn't. So what did you all end up in?
Correct. 4 hearts.
I rebid 2 no trump and played it in 2 no trump.
Good, well done. That's good play. Okay, but I can see why people would get to game on this hand. Sometimes the fact that they overcall makes it more difficult for us to be able to put the brakes on, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't like 2 hearts with only 4 hearts. I don't mind a negative double, by the way, provided your negative double doesn't guarantee both majors. But my preferred bid on this is a nice little soft 2 no trump showing 11 or 12 points and a stopper. And on this hand, I'd hope that that's where we get to. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on 1?
No.
We'll plow on. Oh, look, I did that. Sorry. Now, board 2. Any questions on board 2? What was the contract?
Somebody made it in 3 no trump. They made it by West.
By East-West, okay.
We played in 2 spades, light 1.
Very good. Anybody else playing 2 spades, light 1?
Played in 3.
Played in what?
3 spades like 2 at our table.
Okay, so that's good. That's good defense, by the way. So let's just.
4 spades and we double them.
But the 4 spades is a bit high, so we need to talk about this. This is one of the teaching boards. It's a teaching board in the sense of a simple overcall and what to do opposite it. Okay, and it's a teaching board in the sense of how you, and I have a second one put in as well. I have 2 teaching boards today. So let's just talk about the bidding first of all. Pass by east, not good enough to open the bidding. 1 heart by south, 1 spade overcall by west, pass by north. Now, many people might bid 3 spades with the east hand, right? Many people might bid 3 spades with the east hand, but there's some negatives about the east hand. The Queen Jack 10 of hearts are probably not full value, are they?
No.
Okay, so the recommended auction in the book on this hand, and I understand that many people might bid 3 spades because you have 4 spades, and that's fair enough, but the recommended auction is to bid 2 spades. And even if East bid 3 spades, West shouldn't go on to game. West shouldn't have enough points to be in game because East did what on their opening bid?
Passed, yeah, passed.
They passed, and there's not enough shape to do it. Does that make sense? Okay, so it goes 2 spades, pass, pass, pass. By the way, if you bid 3 spades because that's part of your system, I understand. You're going to be a level higher. But West should never end up in game. Is that fair enough, everybody?
Yeah.
Now, the lead, the defense should go as follows. It should go the 2 of hearts lead. Now, when the 2 of hearts is led, what does South know that their partner has in hearts?
Nothing.
A singleton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if their partner they know North has a singleton, don't they?
Yeah.
Because if North had a doubleton, what would they have led?
Higher of the 2.
And so they can't have a higher one than the 2. Now they might have 3 of them, but when you win the ace of hearts, what does West do? Follows, don't they? So now we know our partner must have a singleton.
Heart.
And what do we lead before we lead back the singleton?
Ace, king of
I
diamonds.
played the ace, king of diamonds.
Very good. Absolutely excellent. Yeah. And that looks weird, doesn't it? I mean, why are you playing the ace and the king of diamonds, making a winner for declarer? The only reason you can be doing it is you're either incompetent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're doing it with logic. Well, we're doing it with logic, aren't we? The only reason South can have played the ace and king of diamonds is panic. Oh my God, I better take me tricks, panic, panic, panic. Or they're doing it with logical purpose. And the only logical reason they can be cashing the ace and the king, making the queen a winner, is they have a doubleton ace king. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then we can cash, we could lead another heart if we want, but they'll rough high. We can cash the 6th trick to put them down. Isn't that beautiful? Now, if that happened, that's excellent defense. That tells me that the people who did that in this class are thinking in the right way to give you a chance to be able to break through all the barriers. If you didn't get that defense that way, you need to study the videos when they're, and the 2 videos will be done as soon as the class is finished. All right, they're already done, these 2 videos. So you'll have them done by the end of the evening. Is everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to look at your scores and see what happened. And I think you'll find that a lot of people were in 2 spades going down, or 3 spades minus 2. If you did end up in 3 spades, that could be just because of the way you play your raises over and overcall. Okay, now number 3. God, that was quite quick. I forgot about that myself now. Any questions on this? Well, it's a pass followed by a pass. And now we have a 19 count, isn't it? With a 5, 4, 3, 1. So I'm not going to be opening this anything other than
1 spade, yeah.
The next hand should pass. What should South bid?
Diamonds.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit too good for 1 no trump.
Okay.
Because it's 9 points with a 5-card suit, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit too good. Now, if you bid 2 diamonds, this is a hard hand. Pass. The next hand has to bid 3 clubs.
Mm.
That shows 5 spades and 4 clubs. Okay. Now, what's the south hand going to bid?
Mm.
3 spades.
3.
Spades.
Spades.
They don't have 3 spades, do they?
No. Do you know Trump?
They don't have a heart stop, do they?
Top or no?
Do
3
that.
diamonds?
3 diamonds is acceptable, yeah. But there's a better bid.
What? 5.
There's a
Three
better
hearts.
bid. 3 hearts, 4th suit forcing. That says,
Yes.
partner, I need help in.
Hearts.
Hearts.
And over that, your partner doesn't have help in heart. But what do they have help in?
Diamonds. Diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this is a hand where you might have ended up in 3-no trump going down if they lead hearts. But we have the ability to make what contract?
Diamonds.
A
5.
small slam
Slam.
in diamonds.
Diamonds, yeah.
We've got 5 diamond tricks, 3 clubs is 8, 3 spades is 11, and we can rough at least 1 heart is 12.
Mm.
Or if they don't take the hearts, we can take 5 diamonds, 3 clubs is 8, 4 spades is 12, can't we?
Mm.
We have a small slam on this hand in diamonds, and you will never know that until you find out that your partner has no values in what suit.
Hearts.
And you can only find that out by bidding 4th suit forcing. 4th suit forcing is a convention that's used when 3 suits have been bid naturally. And it says, partner, I need help in the 4th suit, or 3-no trump won't have a chance. What did you end up in on this board, everybody?
3-no trump I did, but as soon as I pressed it, I knew I should have asked for the heart.
You
the
knew
fourth
you were
suit.
wrong, didn't you?
Yeah.
You knew you'd gone. That's okay. If you get that pain in the tummy, all we have to do is not press it before we get the
Top.
pain, yeah?
Sorry, Thomas. Do you not
Yeah.
have to have 12 points to do the 4th suit forcing?
You don't in this situation, because what
Okay.
did 3 clubs tell you?
They had 16.
They had 16, and what do you have by
right.
south?
10.
Oh.
Exactly.
Nah. 9.
Well, the equivalent for game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yes, you're right in what you're saying.
Yeah.
If you didn't know your partner had a strong hand, South wouldn't be able to bid 3 hearts, 4th suit forcing with only 9 points. But when North bids 3 clubs, they've shown that they have enough points to go to.
Game.
The game. I
Now
completely forgot about that, yeah.
Isn't that good, isn't it,
Yeah.
though?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you remembered and if you thought about it and if you didn't do it, and the next time, what's likely going to happen? You'll know you can do it, won't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody happy with that? Did anybody get the diamonds on this board?
No, we
3
only went
diamond plus 1.
3 diamonds plus 1.
Spades.
But we need to be in game, don't we?
It was made 4 spades plus 3 by
I will
North.
be, because the spade suit comes down favorably for you. But if the
Yeah,
spade
we-
suit,
We opened 2 clubs.
I don't like 2 clubs with only 19 points and 5-4. I think it's better to open at the 1 level with that hand, because your space with me, by the way, if you open 2 clubs, there'd be a very good possibility you'd end up in slam.
They made it.
I know they got lucky, didn't they? Sometimes not the best opening bid can come up smelling of roses. It happened to me at the weekend. I misclicked the wrong bid and I didn't even notice it until the auction was finished. I bid a spade when I meant to bid a heart, and I got away with it because what suit did they not lead? Spades.
Yeah.
The one I bid when I didn't mean to bid it, and at the end of the hand they said to me, you didn't have any spades, like you'd only 3 spades and you'd 5 hearts. I said, I know, I thought I'd bid a heart. I really meant to bid a heart, and the hand was over. And then I said, oh Jesus, I'm so lucky my partner didn't support me spades, because that's normally what would happen when I make a wrong bid. So on this hand, if you do open 2 clubs, okay, what way did the bidding go over 2 clubs?
2 diamonds by south.
Yeah. So 2 clubs, pass, 2 diamonds,
Two spades.
2 spades, pass,
I could only bid 3 diamonds.
excellent, pass.
Clubs by the north.
Do you see how opening 2 clubs is actually getting you above 3-no trump, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't play in 3-no trump now, can you?
No.
And
No.
that's why I don't like, I can see why people open 2 clubs, because they'll say to me, well, Thomas, I've 8 playing tricks. I've 4 in spades, I've 3 in clubs, and I've 2 in diamonds. But the problem with opening 2 clubs is it crowds the auction sometimes, and you don't get to show what you might need to show. And if your partner doesn't have a good enough hand to respond to the 1 level, well, you're probably not going to make game, are you? Yeah. So over 4 clubs, what happened?
Well, I just choose to go back to my partner's major because.
Well, you would now, because now at a minimum they're only going to have 5, aren't they? They could very well have 6 or 7 of them, couldn't they? So now, why else? Why wouldn't you go back to 4 spades? Because you've no other choice at this stage. But you had another choice the other way, hadn't you? If you open at 1 spade, actually opening at 1 spade gives you more flexibility on this hand. And what happened over 4 spades? Did your partner go mad?
No, we left it at that.
I might have bid on over 4 spades. But the problem is you didn't convey any strength, because what did you bid on your first bid? The relay, wasn't it? So your partner wasn't sure whether you had a good hand or a bad hand or what you had. So he wasn't convinced by what you had. So again, if you opened 1 spade and your partner bid 2 diamonds, well, wouldn't that make it easier for North to know that their partner has points? Now, I'm not saying what's right or wrong. It's a personal choice, okay? Any other questions on this board?
No.
Thomas,
Yeah?
can I was his partner, and I was the one who opened the 2 clubs. I just felt that it was too strong a hand to open 1 spade, and if he had only 5 points or something.
But if he'd only 5 points, it doesn't mean he has to pass. It doesn't mean he has to pass. With only, listen. Listen, are you listening? Are you listening? Can you hear me? Am I here?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay. Your partner doesn't necessarily have to pass with 5 points over 1 spade. Now, if you imagine your partner had king, queen to 5 hearts and no other points, 2 little spades and king, queen to 5 hearts, you won't make game, will you?
No.
But you'll be in game if you open 2 clubs. Yeah?
Yeah.
Imagine your partner has 2 little spades, the queen jack of clubs, the jack of hearts, and the jack of diamonds. Well, that's 5 points, isn't it?
Yeah.
You might not make game on this hand either. Do you see my point?
Yeah.
So 2 clubs, if you had a club less and a spade more, 1 club less and 1 spade more in the north hand, I would say to you, fill your boots, absolutely brilliant. But when you've only got 5 spades and you've got a second suit, actually opening 2 clubs is robbing your side of the space, isn't it? So again, I don't mind what you do. I'm just giving you my opinion. I would honestly open this hand with the north 1 spade, and I'd be happy to play in 1 spade if my partner couldn't respond to me. And if game made, I just suck it up. Yeah, I just say, well, I'll have to live with it because that's the choice I made. All right.
Yeah.
Happy?
Thank you. Yeah.
Very well. Lovely little hand that was. Now, again, I don't have all the answers. I'm just giving you the benefit of my experience. I'm giving you my opinion for what it's worth. 2 cents. Okay. Any questions on number 4?
No.
Okay. Did you end up getting to game?
No.
Yeah. 4 spades.
Very well done. Excellently done. Lovely. Even though you don't have 25 high card points, the hand actually fits very well together, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah. You don't lose any club because you can rough them. You might lose a spade and you might luse a heart. Yeah?
Yeah.
Very well done. Excellently done if you got the 4 spades on this. Number 5. Would somebody wanted me to go through? No, they didn't. Sorry, that was 15. Apologies. Now, what did you end up in on number 5?
4 hearts.
And you went down, didn't you?
No.
Well, you should. So let's show you. This is a teaching hand again. The teaching hands today are to talk about defense. So this is the recommended bidding. I'm sure most people will have got this right. You might have made a negative double, okay? And if you did, you might get to 4 hearts played by North. But if it's 4 hearts played by South, what does the East hand lead? Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
We lead the
diamond.
2 of our partner's suit, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if we lead the 2 of clubs, this is the way the defense should go. We should win the ace of clubs. What
Yeah.
should we play next?
Ace of diamonds, yeah.
Creating a
Avoid.
void. And then what do we lead back to our partner?
Another club.
And what will they win?
King.
And if they're worth their weight in gold, what will they play?
Diamond.
And what will you do?
Rough.
Triumphantly smack the 5 of hearts on the table, and the opponent will curse you under their breath, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, again, how do we know to do that? Well, we know to do that because what did our partner lead at trick 1?
Hello. 2. Hello.
So they either have a singleton or they have an honor.
Have an
Is that
honor.
correct?
Yeah.
So that means when we win the ace of clubs, we have a choice. We can put our partner on lead at the choice, at our choosing. We could either put them on lead now, but that's not a good choice, is it? We could either win the trick ourselves, but that's not a good choice, is it?
No.
No.
The best choice we can make is to lead the ace of
Diamonds.
and then lead a small club back, hoping our partner will cotton on that we can rough. Okay?
Yeah.
Was anybody in 4 hearts by the North?
No.
No.
So that means that all the defenders on this hand who is in the east seat, I don't know who they were, we won't mention names, but if you didn't defend this way, you need to look at this hand in great detail because you missed an ability to get a rough in your hand. And one of the things that as you gain more experience, you realize that roughing is something the defenders might be able to manufacture on certain hands. And on the first hand, we all got it right, didn't we? We manufactured the rough in 2 spades or 3 spades or 4 spades. But on this hand, nobody got it right.
No,
Yeah?
I led the king of clubs, you see, which was,
But we shouldn't, should we? When we lead the king of clubs, that we should have a doubleton, shouldn't we?
yeah.
You can't get it right if you lead the king of clubs, can you?
No, you can't.
So if you lead the king of clubs, you've led the wrong card from that combination, and that's why they made the contract. So that's the lesson to be learned there for whoever led the king of clubs, yeah?
Yeah.
On our table, somebody led the 10 of spades.
Well, I mean, I'd be calling for the defibrillator, wouldn't I?
Well, that probably helped us. Yeah.
It did, of course it
Yeah.
helped you. It meant you made loads of tricks now. You made 12 probably.
And I thought I played great, but it was
You
the
did,
lead.
you took an opportunity. No, you took the opportunity that was given to you. That's playing great, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't make any more than what you made on the lead you got. But they shouldn't have led that. What should they always lead? Their partners?
Suit.
Provided, of course, they overcalled it. Yeah? All happy with this hand?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, very good, very good. So I gave you 2 little ones today because they were card play. A little Brucey bonus, right? Now, number 6, any questions?
6.
Your diamonds. Paid by.
It was played in 3-0 trump by North equal.
Very good, very good. So I'll give you the recommended auction because it's easy. Pass, pass. I think, again, West should open. 1 spade, third in hand, rule of 20, and all your points in your suits, 1 spade. I think the North hand now should double because it's too strong to overcall anything. Okay, over the double, the East hand should pass. Now, the South hand has an interesting hand. What might the South hand bid?
I bid 2 hard.
2 hearts.
But you might have bid,
2 hearts.
you might have bid a level higher because you've 5 hearts, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you've
Yeah.
8 high card points and a roughing value, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you might have bid 3 hearts, but if you only bid 2 hearts, what should North bid on their second bid?
To no trump.
And then South can bid 3 no trump easy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So whenever you have a hand which is too good to overcall, 20 points, you can't bid 1 no trump with 20 points. You have to start off by doubling and bidding no trump at your next opportunity. And that's how your partner knows you have 18, 19 or 20 points. And that makes it easy for them to bid
3.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely little hand, the very basic principle. Whenever you're overcalling with 20 points or 19 or 18 points, you can't bid 1 no trump. You must start off by doubling and bid your no trump at the next available level.
Thomas, if West hadn't bid their 1 spade there,
well, then you'd open 2 no trump,
2 no trump and 3 no
then,
trump. Yeah.
Well, South should. Let's do that very quickly, right? We may as well do it quickly. We have time and we're not behind. So if it goes pass, 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 2 no trump from the north hand, 20 to 22, 3 diamonds, transfer to hearts, pass, 3 hearts, completing the transfer, pass, 3 no trump, showing I only have 5
hearts,
pass, pass, pass. Happy?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And
Tom, just one thing, my partner overcalled 2 no trump after one spade.
Normally that doesn't show 20 points. Normally a bid of 2 no trump after an opening bid is used to show a different type of hand. Okay. Have you ever heard people say they play the unusual 2 no trump?
Yeah. No.
Okay, so that it's better to use the double to show strength as a defender, right? Okay. So it just trust me on that. If from now on, don't bid 2 no trump if you have 20 points. Start off by doubling and then bid 2 no trump as a defender. Is that clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thomas, Thomas, can I ask, why did you, you said there that by bidding 3 no trump, you're telling partner that you're 5. How does that come about?
What did 3 diamonds tell your partner you had? 5 hearts.
Did it? Oh, yes.
Transfers, yeah?
Yeah.
And I've even alerted it, didn't I?
Yes. Okay.
And then by bidding 3 no trump, I've only got 5 hearts. If my partner had 3 hearts, what would they do over 3 no trump?
4 hearts.
4 hearts, okay.
If their spades were hearts and their hearts were spades, over 3 no trump, they'd bid 4 hearts, wouldn't they?
4 hearts, they would. Okay.
Yeah.
Every day of the week and twice on Sundays. That's the one. That's the one. Okay. Number 7 is wanted me to have a discussion about. So we'll do this. We'll go through this. Okay. So we have a 17-point hand balanced from the north, but it's a downgrade because we've got Queen, Jack, Doubleton, and what suit? Spades. Yeah. So Queen, Jack, Doubleton. If the opponents play the ace and the king, what are we going to have to play?
Yeah.
So they're not full value. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
If you'd a little one with it, when they played the ace and the king, you'd get value for your queen, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's a bad holding, but it could be a bad holding. So we're going to open this bidding 1 heart. Now, we spoke about this earlier on. How many points does North have?
5.
Yeah. That doesn't mean they pass, by the way, because they don't just have 5 points. What else have they got?
6.
So I add on 2 more points because I've got 6 spades. So now what's the value worth?
7, 1 spade.
Yeah.
8, 9.
So what will I bid?
1 spade.
I mean, I don't care that I've only 5 points. I've 6 spades. I can't pass 1 heart with 5 points and 6 spades. It might be too good. Isn't that fair enough?
Yeah.
So over 1 spade, I expect it to go pass, 2 no trump, showing 17
points.
Yeah.
17, 18, pass, and 3 spades, saying, partner, this is where I want to play. And you don't end up in game, do you?
No.
And you end up in the contract you have a fit in, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think you should make in spades?
3.
Yeah. I think
Thomas,
about-
sorry,
Go
what
on.
are you telling me when you bid the 3 spades?
That I don't want you to bid 4.
Even with your whatever.
You hasn't South told me what they have.
Oh yeah, they told you it's 17, 18.
If I was the North hand and I had a little bit of a better hand, more points, let's say. Let's say I had 8 points. What would I bid?
4. 4 spades, yeah.
Does that make sense? So who's the captain of this hand at this point?
North.
Yeah. If North bids 3 spades, what should South bid?
Pass.
If North bids 3 no trump, what should South bid?
Pass.
If North bids 4 spades, what should South bid?
Pass.
Pass.
If North bids 3 diamonds, what should South bid? Not pass, because that's a new suit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's saying I've got 5 spades and 4
diamonds.
Have you got a fit for me? And have we got a fit?
Sorry, Thomas, I'm just confused with that 3 spades. I know you have the 17, 18 points, but my spades
are not great.
like if my
You've
partner
got a fit
bid-
in spades, haven't you? North knows they have a fit in spades, don't they?
Yeah.
So does North want to play? Does North want to
2.
play? Does North want to play in 2 no trump?
No.
No.
No trump's
with
not
2
going to go well
doubletons.
for you,
No.
is it?
No.
No.
2 doubletons, yeah.
First of all, you're not going to be able to get the spades in no trump, and secondly, they're going to be able to take 4 diamonds in no trump, and thirdly, you've no tricks in no trump, have you? So what does North want to play in when they have a 6-card spade suit?
Spades.
But they don't want to play in game, do they?
No, they can't. No.
Well, they don't want to because they don't have the points to, and who knows whether they have the points for game, North or South?
But would your partner not go to 4 spades?
Who
then
knows they have the points
Okay.
of game?
No. North.
No,
No,
I need
they
to
have-
look at this again.
I know
Yeah,
that.
sorry.
Just listen for a second, will you?
Yeah.
Just listen to what I'm saying to you. Does North know that they have enough for game or not?
They don't have enough.
They haven't.
Right. Now, does
They
South
haven't.
know whether they have enough for game?
No.
So
Not at the moment.
they don't know at all because they're not the captain. Did North tell South what they have, or did South tell North what they have? More information.
South Shore, North, North.
North is the one
South.
who knows the value of the partnership, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
So North is the one who must make the bid to show the value of the partnership. Now,
Oh,
if,
yes.
if North bids 3 spades, I'm telling you this, if North bids 3 spades, 99% of people will not pass. But that's wrong, isn't it? It's through faulty logic that people are.
Yes. Yeah, I understand now. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So I want to pull the threads, lads. I want to make sure that we don't move on until people are comfortable with what we're discussing. And nobody be afraid to ask at some point one question. All right. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, thanks.
Okay. So it's a tricky one to bid. And I'm telling you from my 30 years of teaching bridge, everybody on this hand always either bids that or bids that. But every single person is wrong because who was the captain?
North.
If North had enough for game, North should bid game, shouldn't they?
Yes.
Whatever game that is, depending on what they have, but North is the captain of the hand. Are we happy with that, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Okay, let's
Thank
push on. If you stopped in 3 spades there and made it, you're a superstar, okay? Board 8, any questions? Because I want to push on a little bit.
It was made in 4 spades by East.
Lovely. That's good contract. Well played. Okay, let's push on. We'll just catch up to board 10 and then we'll be back on time because I have another three boards that people want to discuss. So board 9, any questions? 7 and 5 is 12, 7 is 19. Again, I'm not opening this at the 2 level because I've only got 19 points. So I'm going to open this one club. East should pass because the quality of their suit isn't good enough and they're vulnerable. So if you did bid a diamond, I wouldn't be bidding a diamond. I'd be passing. Now, I won't bid on this hand. Why won't I bid on this hand? Because I've only got 4 high card points and 2 of them are...
Queens.
Or sorry, 5 high card points and 2 of them are a singleton
Queen.
I'm not mad about the singleton queen. If that queen was the queen of the clubs, I'd bid a spade. If that queen was the queen of hearts, I'd bid a spade. But because it's a singleton queen, what will I bid? I'll pass. Because if I bid a spade, every time I bid a spade, what always happens to me on these hands is it goes pass and my partner bids 3-no trump. And now I just hate that, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, we played it in 2-no trump. I bid a spade and my partner went to 2-no trump.
Showing 1890, was it?
And we just equaled, yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good. But did you make 2-no trump?
2-no trump equaled, yeah.
Yeah, and how does clubs go? Did anybody play in clubs?
No.
What was everybody in, can you tell me?
No trump.
2 or 3-no trump or 1 diamond.
Because, well, then they opened the diamond, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
with
1-4 club minus
yeah,
1.
so 4 clubs is a reasonable spot as well, yeah?
Yeah.
And it goes off because they get a rough, don't they?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They get a rough in
spades.
and they get a heart and they get the ace of clubs. So that's unlucky. That's unlucky. But I wouldn't bid over 1 club. I'd be very likely to pass this hand because the 5 points aren't a great 5 points. Now, on the plus side, on the other side of that, in people's defense, bidding a spade isn't a crime because they've got 5 spades and they have a fit in. So it's not a crime. This is a really hard hand, okay? So I can understand why people would bid on this hand. Yeah? Okay?
On our table, he's over 1 diamond, and then I showed support for clubs with 2 clubs.
Yeah, that's a great bid. I like that. If it goes a club, a diamond, 2 clubs, I think that's an excellent bid. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you've got the singleton is now working for you, isn't it?
Mm.
Do you see the difference of how what you're bidding can change what I say? I said if he passes, I'd pass. But if he bids a diamond, I'd be happy to bid 2 clubs. Isn't that very different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to do with everybody. I'm trying to give you the ability to think on your feet as auctions happen, to say, okay, I'm not going to be in depth looking down 1 path. I'm going to be looking down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paths. And based on the information, I'm going to make a choice at that point, rather than just thinking I have to do this, I have to do that. Because if you think more broadly, you have a greater spectrum to be able to work out what to do. Okay, can I go on to the next board?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What was the final bid?
I'd expect to end up in 3-no trump or 4 clubs or 3 clubs or something like that. That's what I'd expect to end up in, yeah?
Yeah.
In principle, if somebody is left in 1 diamond, is it a good idea, not necessarily just this one, is it a good idea to leave them in 1 of a suit contract?
Certainly 1 of a minor. It's not a terrible thing to leave them in 1 of a minor often, is it? Okay. Yeah? But on the hand, if they opened a club or a diamond and it goes pass, West doesn't really have a bid. True. They don't I mean, they might make a bid if they have a bid, but they don't really have a bid on this hand. Is that all right?
That's fine. Thank you.
Now, what did we end up in on this board?
3-no trump.
3-no trumps.
Yeah, nicely done. Even though it's a big mad misfit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What way would you do the bidding there, Tommy?
I think the bidding's going to go pass. South might open a weak 2 in diamonds if they're playing a weak 2 in diamonds.
Yeah.
And then I think North will just simply bid 3-no trump.
Yeah.
But if it goes pass, I think it's going to go something like 2-no trump, isn't it?
Yeah.
3-no trump. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really hard hand. I mean, Slam could be on this hand. North has how many points in spades and hearts that are of no use to them?
2 and 4, 6. Yeah.
They don't need the king or the jack of spades, do they?
No.
And the king and hearts, queen of hearts are waste paper as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Could North have done Gerber after the 3-0 Trump response?
No. Who's the captain?
South.
South set it.
What did South decide to do?
To overcall.
To bid 3-0 Trump. If the bidding goes, this is why if you think of the captaincy of the hand, you'll then know whether to bid or not bid. Who's the captain on this hand? So if South bids 3-0 Trump, has the crew any business overruling the captain?
No.
Okay.
They don't, do they?
No.
Do you see my point, everybody?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you think like this, sometimes when you're in a situation that you don't know what to do, and you say to yourself, okay, I'm not going to panic. I'm going to, who's the captain? Who knows the most about the hand? So on this hand, when North opens 2-0 Trump, who knows most about the hand, North or South?
South.
And what did South decide to do?
3-0 Trump.
But bid game, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Happy?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's push on. Very good, very good. I'm very pleased. Okay, board 11, any questions? 6 and 4 is 10 is 12, and a 7 by the, again, it's a hand where if they find a fit, things could happen, but it's a double fit, isn't it? So where did you end up in on this?
3-0 Trump.
Very well done. Making 9 tricks, was it?
Yes.
On the button, if they lead a spade, you can only make 9 tricks, can't you?
Yeah.
But if they lead a heart, you can make more than 9 tricks, can't you?
Yeah, we led a heart and they went over.
If they lead a heart, you can win the heart and knock out the club, can't you? And that gives you 6 diamond tricks. 2 clubs is
8.
and 2 hearts is
10.
But if they lead a spade, you get a spade trick, but they have their winners set up, don't they?
Yeah.
Now you can only make 9. So the difference of the lead will change the difference of the result. If South is on lead and they lead a spade, 3-0 Trump should just be made on the button. If North is on lead and they lead the Queen of Hearts, which would be what I'd expect, West should make 3-0 Trump plus
1.
All right, all happy?
Could you run through the bidding on that, Thomas, as to what it's
Yeah, I think the bidding's going to go something like, I mean, I think this hand will pass, right? But I think the bidding should go, and it's a tricky one as well, by the way. Pass, 1 diamond, pass. East has a hard hand.
Yeah.
They don't have enough to bid 3 diamonds because they're too strong. They've 14 points.
15.
They don't have enough to bid 2-0 Trump, or they're too much to bid 2-0 Trump. They don't really want to bid 3-0 Trump because they're not sure about what suit. Spades, does that make sense? So I think you have a couple of choices on this hand. I think a lot of people will bid 3-0 Trump. Okay. Yeah. I think that's reasonable. I don't think that's unreasonable. But I think some people might even bid 3 diamonds. I think that's wrong, by the way. That shows 10 to 12. And I think another option with which you might do is you might just change the suit. Bid the minor and to see what they say to you. Does that make sense? Okay, so what did people do on this hand?
5 tables bid 5 diamonds by West, and all went down. And the rest
I am absolutely delighted, because the principle, I've spoken about this before, haven't I? In match pointed pairs, being in 5 of a minor is losing bridge more often than not.
Okay.
You have the ability to make 3-0 Trump or 3-0 Trump plus 1. 3-0 Trump is the same score as 5 diamonds. 3-0 Trump plus 1 is a greater score than 5 diamonds. And 5 diamonds, how many tricks do you have to make?
11.
It's very hard to make 11 tricks, isn't it? So that's why I say to you on this hand, it's a hard hand. I don't like 5 diamonds. I think the 2 choices are to bid a minor, lie about your minor, change the suit, forcing, or to simply bid
3-0 Trump.
And cross your fingers and toes and say a prayer to St. Jude. Hopeless causes. Yeah?
Oh, well, it was made plus 1.
I know. Yeah. I'm delighted it was for the people who were in 3-0 Trump. I think that's cracking bidding and fair play to them. But it's to hammer home the point about the people who were worried about being in 3-0 Trump. 5 diamonds is a false promise a lot of the time, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, can I push on?
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Right, okay. Now we've 12 and 15 to discuss. So 12. I'd open this hand 3 clubs. 7 cards suit, 6 to 10 points, good cards in my suit. 3 hearts from the north hand. An overcall. Now I wouldn't be bidding with the east hand. I wouldn't bid. I've got defense, king of spades, ace and jack of hearts, a doubleton in my partner's suit, and length in diamonds. I'd be passing. And then this hand has to pass. And then I pass. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It
So
does.
what happened on the hand?
Yeah, we played it like that, and then West went to 4 clubs.
Now that's again, this is something which you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to open. You're not supposed to preempt and then bid again.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what that is. That's alive come the hills with the sound of music. Anybody who does that, what should they have done?
Passed.
No. But if you want to bid 4 clubs, bid 4 clubs. I don't mind you opening 4 clubs. I might say to you, you should have another club, but I prefer you to open 4 clubs than what?
And to go back to it.
Than to do this.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Okay.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah, 4 clubs.
All you're doing is you've preempted, and now you're saying, here's another bullseye for your opponents. Here's another target for you to shoot at. If the hand was worth 3 clubs, what do you bid if the bidding goes 3 clubs, pass?
Pass.
If you think the hand should be bid 4 clubs, what do you bid?
Open it with that.
Yeah. So does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Can I move on, or does anybody else want to discuss anything about this board?
No, thank you.
Thomas,
Yeah,
Thomas,
sure. Yeah.
can I say on when we were bidding it, the east hand then came in with spades.
Yeah.
So the club hand then
goes back to clubs.
Yes, so that's
absolutely perfect.
So that's how we ended up in.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I've no problem if East bids 3 spades. I've no problem with West going back to 4 clubs. In fact, well done, West, for doing that. But I don't like East bidding 3 spades because they've only got not 10 points. Their partner has weakness and they have defense. You might get a greater score by defending than by declaring. Do you see my point?
Yeah.
Okay.
On our table, North doubled over the preempt, which we've agreed is a takeout double. So then
you bid
3 spades.
You have to, and that's why I don't like the takeout double, because you don't have support for what suit. An overcall is always to be preferred rather than a double if you can, because it shows the suit, doesn't it?
Right, okay.
Okay, does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all happy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 13, any questions?
Yeah,
You might end up in 3-0 trump going down, or 5 of a minor, was it?
3-0 trump and went down 1.
Yeah. And again, you know, you might say to yourself, well, you know, I'd rather be, but the amount of times that happens and 5 of a minor makes, it's incredibly rare, isn't it? Now, there's a difference on this hand because how many clubs have you? 7.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, if your partner had another heart on her, 3-0 trump would make millions of tricks. It only went down because they let a heart and they had the ability to do that. Go ahead.
So with the 2-0 trump opening from south, could North have done Gerber?
No. I think I'll be honest with you. I think over 2-0 trump by south, most Norths will very simply bid 3-0 trump and hope that partners 20 to 22 will be good enough to bring it home. I don't think that's unreasonable. And even though when I look at 52 cards, I see a heart lead beats 3-0 trump. Oh dear, you can't make it. I'd still be honest and say to you that that's what I'd likely to do. Because think of the last hand. 5 diamonds minus 1, 3-0 trump plus 1. That's more likely than 5 of a minor making and 3-0 trump going down. Okay,
thanks. Yeah.
So all happy?
Trump made it by 4 on 2 tables.
Well, if they don't lead a heart, you see, West might say to themselves, I don't want to lead a heart because South has over half the points. Maybe I lead something different. But if West doesn't lead a heart, then 3-0 trump will make millions of tricks, won't it?
Yeah.
All you'll give them is a club. You'll get 6 club tricks, 2 diamonds is 8, 3 hearts is 11, or 3 spades is 11, and a heart is 12. Yeah. If they don't lead a heart, 3-0 trump will make +3. And if they lead a heart, 3-0 trump won't make. Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay.
Mind-boggling.
I know, but that's why this sort of thing, where you're talking about the cards that come up in real life as opposed to a lesson, is much more valuable for your level. It's to show you the possibilities of what can happen. Any questions on 14?
4 spades.
4 spades, very well done. That's excellent bidding to get the 4 spades. +2. And that's a grand as well. If they lead a diamond against 3-0 trump, the club could be wrong, couldn't it? 3-0 trump won't make if the club finesse is wrong, whereas 4 spades will always make, won't it? So spades, even though spades might not score as good on this hand, I want to be in 4 spades, because if the club finesse is in the north hand, 3-0 trump won't make if they lead a diamond. They've got 4 diamonds and a club, don't they? Whereas 4 spades will always make on this board. Okay, let's push on. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, just run through the bidding on that board. 14,
I think it's going to go 3, 4, and 3 is 7. Pass.
1 and 2.
Well, if you're playing strong no trump, you might open it a strong no trump. If you're playing a weak no trump, you might open it a weak no trump. If you open it a strong no trump, pass. Now I can see why you end up in 3-0 trump. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Happy?
Yes, thanks.
Can you show for the week? Can you show for week? For opening 1 spade?
Yeah. If it go, I can. But we're just going to be really tight for the last 2 boards, all right? 1 spade, pass. 4 and 3 is 7. That's worth 2 clubs. 9 points in a 6-card suit. Pass. 2-0 trump, showing a balanced hand, 15 to 17. 3 spades, showing 3-card spade support. Pass. 4 spades. I have 5 of them. Pass. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, all happy?
Yes.
Okay, you're superstars. 15, they wanted me to have a bid with as well, so I'll bid it for you. Okay, so it's a pass by the South. A lot of people might open this hand with the West, but I wouldn't, because it doesn't fulfill the rule of
20.
Pass. And then we come to North. I'd be bidding this 3 hearts from the North. Okay, now if it goes 3 hearts, this hand is worth a double. Yeah, but even if that hand doesn't bid and it goes 3 hearts, pass, that hand is also worth a double. So what happened? Is that the likely way it happened?
Yeah, 3 hearts double, 4 hearts.
Excellently done. Now, 4 hearts is a great little bid, isn't it? Because it puts immense pressure on the opposition, doesn't it? Okay, you might not make 4 hearts, by the way. And if they're clever and they look at the vulnerability, what might they decide to do?
4 clubs.
No, they might decide to double you again. And you're losing 3 diamonds, 2 clubs, and a spade, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's not going well for you, is it?
No.
The vulnerability is against South on this hand to bid 4 hearts. It's against South if the opponent's cutting on and decide we'll take a penalty. That's what they might decide to do, isn't it? Now, if you are green versus red, I'd agree with you. Okay, so if they pass, you have a very hard hand here. What does this hand bid?
Let me see. On our table, it went 3 hearts, double, 4 hearts, then 5 clubs.
Yeah,
5 hearts.
but if you look
6
at this
clubs.
now, yeah, now look at this for a second. Now, hold on. We need to stop here at this point, right? So 4 hearts, grand. I can see why people bidded with the big fit in hearts. I can see the vulnerability is against you, right? If this hand bid 5 clubs, I can see that. Brilliant. Now, again, what has North done, which is a crime?
Rebidding that.
You've no business when you preempt coming again.
No.
You've bid your hand, haven't you?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because I'm telling you what would happen with me. 5 hearts, double, pass, pass, pass. Now let's look at the double dummy analysis. Jesus, it's going 4 off. 200, 500, 800, 1100 you've just given them. When the best score they can achieve in 5 clubs is 400. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, preempting is something you do once and you get the hand off your chest and then no more. So if they bid 5 clubs, you've done your bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thomas, at our table, the 3 hearts was bid, then East overcalled 3 spades.
That's again, you could bid that either. Now you might bid
then
4
South
spades.
went to 4 hearts.
And you bid 4 spades.
And West went to 4 spades.
Excellent,
Pass,
yeah.
pass. South goes to 5 hearts.
Again, I don't like it. The same principle applies.
Yeah, well, that was me, so I was very good.
Okay. Yeah.
And
No,
then-
you're on the. By the way, you're on the naughty step with another 7 people. Just so as you know. Yeah.
And West goes to 5 spades and just goes down 1.
But 5 spades going down 1 when you could have got 1,100.
Yeah.
Don't look at the vulnerability, lads. Red versus green means you might get a better score by penalizing them. Green versus red means the opposite. Now I have to go on to the last board, okay? All happy with that? Come off the naughty step. It's too crowded.
Thank you.
It's too crowded on the naughty step. Now the last board, 4 and 3 is 7. It's a pass. It's an opener by North. 4 and 4, it's a spade. 6 and 4 is 10. Do you want to know what I bid with the East hand?
Doubled.
No. No. I don't have tolerance for clubs, do I?
No.
I pass. And it's called a disciplined pass because I've opening points. You shouldn't double if you don't have SOS. With me, what happens when I double is it won't happen on this hand. And we're going to finish. I have to go then, right? My partner always bids the suit I don't want them to bid. That's what always happens to me. It won't happen on this hand. What will your partner bid? You get away with murder, don't you?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I'm not a doubler without having shortness and 3 cards in all of the other 3 suits. I pass, and what I expect my partner to do is come alive, is not be afraid to bid, because what have they already done?
Passed.
And if I've passed and they've passed, well, I must have some points. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where I'd like it to play. Probably didn't happen like that though, okay? All right, folks, we have to call that a day today.